My name is Dr. Tim O'Hara and my specialty is in the deep sea. So we go out on research vessels, we collect animals from the deep sea and we explore them through trying to describe them, to photographing them, and to also increasingly explore their DNA. In 2021 and 2022, we went to the Christmas and Cocos Keeling Island regions. And these are little islands that belong to Australia, but are very close to Indonesia. So they were a long way away. And actually we knew absolutely nothing about the marine animals in the deep sea there. Firstly, we map. These places haven't been mapped before, which is extraordinary in a way. We'd go to an area that we knew from satellite information was kind of, maybe there was a big thing there, and we'd discover this magnificent seamount that would come all the way from 4,500 metres below the surface to almost the surface of the ocean. And there are definitely new species, completely new to science, sitting on these seamounts. Even things like fish, I mean, fish are pretty well known around the planet, but we were turning up new fish everywhere.
This is one of the fishes that I was particularly excited about. It's called a green eye. The genus is Chlorophthalmus, which means green eye in Latin. It stood out from the other species that we know. The first time we saw it was near the end of the entire survey, on the second to the last toe, where we were collecting right down one side of that seamount. We hit the mother lode. We didn't get a couple of specimens, we got several hundred specimens, which was amazing, just absolutely amazing. And to get such a large number of specimens, it told us that these things were either occurring widely in that area in huge numbers, or that they're aggregating for some reason. Contrary to a lot of popular belief, there are not tremendous numbers of these exciting fishes down there. They're actually there in the ones and twos, and they're often scattered on what is essentially a desert floor.
You know, deep sea covers half the planet. That's just really deep sea floor. We're not just talking about a deep dive here, or, a scuba dive. We're not talking about even the depths that a submarine would go to. We're talking right down to the bottom of the seafloor, where it's sort of 4, maybe 5 or even 6 kilometres deep in places. So it's a long way down and it's hard to survey. You need a big ship, you need proper equipment.
In those deep areas, we get deep sea batfishes, flatfishes. We sometimes pick up, as the net comes up and down, we collect fishes that live in the twilight zone and the midnight zone, so those fishes that live out in the open ocean where they've got nowhere to hide. The ones with the big teeth and the black skin and the bioluminescent light organs. We get other things like grenadiers or rat tails, and they're the most diverse group of fishes that occur on the continental slope. And then they drop out and we get cusk eels and things like that way down in the really deep waters.
The areas around Christmas and Cocos Island have just been made our newest marine parks, recognising the important conservation values of the area and the fact that they need to be managed and protected for the long term. These areas are an important part of Australia. They're just as important as the area off Sydney Harbour or off Port Phillip Bay. I mean, they're very different from the rest of Australia. We need to know how to protect them. There's important resources there. So we're working closely with the marine parks. They had no information about what lives there. And as a museum, we're in a unique place to be able to describe new biodiversity, to actually work out what the species are and put them into context.